Welcome back, students. Students, can you hear me? All right. So as we started, I told you that
Yes, madam, we can hear you.
last week we talk of what? We started something on tenses. We look at the definition, aspects of tenses, and then I told you that we have 3 aspects of 4 tenses that we'll be dealing with in this class. And we said that the first one is what the present tense, the second is the past tense, and then the third is the future tense. And then we started something with the present tense. And I told you that under the present tense, we have 4 aspects under the present tense.
Madam, please, I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Very good. I told you that under the present tense, we have 4 aspects that we'll be looking at. The first aspect is the simple present tense. The second aspect is the present progressive continuous tense. The third aspect is the present perfect tense. And the last aspect is the present perfect continuous tense. So in our previous class, we started something on the simple present tense and we conclude with that. So today we'll continue with the present progressive tense. The present or continuous. What are those making noise? Those making noise, can you please mute yourselves? All right. So in today's class, we shall look at the present continuous or the progressive tense or the present participle and how it is used and how it is used. Now, what is the present continuous tense or what is the present progressive tense? What it is? What is it? Just a minute. Now, the present continuous tense or the progressive tense is used to show.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. The present continuous or progressive tense is used for actions happening now. An action that is taking place at the moment, we use the present continuous tense or the verb that is what in the present.
Madam,
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Probably it's your network. Can you hear me now? Hmm? All right. So we said that what? The present continuous tense is used, or it is the verb form that is used to express or use for an action that is what's happening now. Let's look at the following example. Example 1. It is raining. It is raining. Now, the verb here is what? Students, can you mute yourselves? All right. So raining here tells us that what? The action is taking place now. It has not taken place already. It is what? In what? Progress. Now let's look at the second example. The second example is, he is tearing up a dollar note. He is tearing up a dollar note. Now, note this word. This word is not tearing. It is what? Tearing. So he is tearing up a dollar note. Now, what is the verb in this sentence? The verb here is what? Who can tell us what the verb is in this sentence? Agboche Cindy, tell us the verb in this sentence, sentence 2. Agboche Cindy, can you hear?
Madam,
Yes, what is the verb in the second sentence?
Madam, is it the first one or the second one?
The second sentence.
An example 2, which one? Okay. Madam, is.
Pardon?
Is.
Is that the only verb in this sentence?
It's addressing.
Pardon? Look on the screen and talk to me. We are on
Is
the...
it both? Are you talking about the sentence, the president is addressing the nation on?
He is tearing up a dollar note.
Oh, okay, madam, he's staring.
Pardon?
He's staring.
Tearing, very good. So we can all see that the verb here is what? Expresses or is telling us that the action is what? Progressive, or the action is in the present.
Madam.
Yes. All right. Now let's look at the second way that the present continuous or the progressive tense can be used. Now, the present continuous tense is used for an action in the near future. It is used for an action in the near future. So this means that it is used to express or what? To show an action that is taking place in the near future. That is taking place in the near future. Let's look at the first example. Example 1. I am seeing him tomorrow. I am seeing him tomorrow. So the verb here, who can tell us what the verb is in this sentence? Rosemond, Mama.
Madam,
Yes, tell us, identify the verb in this sentence for us.
seeing.
Okay, now the verb here, what tense is it? Hmm? Is it in the past tense? Is it in the present continuous or what? Rosemond, tell us.
Madam, me.
Yes.
Madam, future.
Very good. So I'm seeing him tomorrow. It doesn't mean that he has seen him already.
Madam,
Yes.
but there is a helping verb too, and since it's a verb, can it also be classified as a like the
Yes.
okay.
Yes. We have a helping verb there. That is the auxiliary verb.
But so if they ask you what is the verb in the sentence,
So you can.
I am seeing him tomorrow, what would the answer be?
So you underline from the helping verb to the main verb.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so Perpetua, read the second sentence for us.
It's addressing the nation on television.
Can't hear you.
Your mic is on. Ask the question.
The president is addressing the nation on television. The president is addressing the nation on television. So these students, can you please mute yourselves and let's continue? Mute yourselves, then we can continue. Good. So the second sentence here is what? The president is addressing the nation on television. So the verb here is what? Is addressing.
Madam.
Yes. Please, if you have anything to say or a comment to make, just raise your hand. I'll see it and then I'll give you the chance to do it. Okay? All right. So let's continue. All right. So that is that on the present continuous tense. That is that on the present continuous tense or the progressive tense. Now, I want someone to give us a sentence and identify the verb form that is in the present continuous. I want someone to give us a sentence. Agbocha Cindy.
Madam, please, I can't hear you.
Agbocha Cindy, give us a sentence and then identify the verb form that is in the progressive tense.
Madam.
Yes.
Madam.
Yes.
Okay. Amina is selling tomatoes.
Amina is selling tomatoes. So what is the verb there?
Madam is selling.
Pardon?
Is selling.
Okay. So what tense is it in the past tense? Is it in the present perfect? Is it in the present continuous tense, or which? Identify the tense for us.
Madam, present continuous.
Pardon?
Present continuous tense.
Very good.
Present continuous tense.
Very good. Now I want
Madam, please, I can't hear you.
please, if you can hear me, it's the network at your end. Dennis.
Madam, please, can you please go back to your previous slide?
Okay. Is it okay? Is
Madam.
it here? Yes. Yeah, I can hear you. Talk to me.
Madam, please, we want
No,
the,
madam, I mean point
for,
3.
Pardon?
yeah, present perfect. The present perfect continue.
This one?
Yeah, present perfect.
Yes, the slide after. Yeah, no,
This
the
one?
another.
Yeah,
Yeah, this one.
Okay.
This one. Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Any question on
Eh.
this?
Madam, please, I can't hear you.
No, madam.
No, Madam, busy.
Present perfect.
The present perfect.
We are not there yet.
Oh, so we are still on this one.
We are on this. This is the second one.
Oh, okay. So you are still explaining, right?
Yes. So I'm just asking some of you to give us sentences and then identify the present continuous tense in it for us. The verb form that is in the present continuous tense. Is it clear?
Yes.
Very good. Now, at Desmond, if you're on the line, give us a sentence and identify the verb form that is in the present continuous tense. At Desmond.
Yes, madam. My mom is going to the market.
Pardon?
My mother is going to the market.
Please, I can hear you.
Madam.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
My
Talk.
mom is going to the market.
Your mom is going to the market. Okay, so identify.
Madam, my mother is going to the market.
Okay, I can hear you. So identify the verb in that, the verb for us, and indicate the tense also for us.
Madam, please, I can't hear you.
No, one of your colleagues is talking to us. At Desmond.
Madam.
Yes. So identify the verb and then.
Okay, the verb is going. And it's in the present continuous tense.
Okay. All right, so the last example from Dennis Rowe.
Madam.
Yes.
Madam.
Evarista, please, if you have a question, just lift up your hand, or if you have anything to say, just lift up your hand and I'll ask you to do that. Is it okay?
Yes, madam.
Okay, very good. Now, Dennis Rowe, give us your sentence. Mm-hmm. Dennis. Okay, Bayi. Is Bayi on the line? Gentile,
Yes,
7.
madam.
Okay, Bayi,
Madam,
give us a sentence and identify the verb form that is in the present continuous tense for us.
they are playing football in the field.
Okay.
Playing, the verb play.
Okay. So what the tense there? What is it?
Present continuous.
Very good. So any question
Madam.
before? Yes.
Madam, please, is it in the field or on the field?
They are playing football in the field or on the field. Is that the question?
Madam.
Yes, madam.
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Madam,
Yes.
what's the difference between playing in the field and playing on the field?
Now we treated prepositions. Do you remember that?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Very good.
Madam,
And
please, I can't hear you.
hey, I told you that if you have a question or if you have a comment or something to make, just show by hand and then I'll give you the go ahead to talk, okay? Now, if you can't hear me, probably it is the network from your side. So you just exercise patience, okay?
Madam,
Yes.
please, I can't hear you.
All right. So we treated prepositions and then we look at what? The various instances where we use what? These prepositions. Do you remember that? And
Madam, please,
we
I still
and we
can't hear you.
just a minute. All right. The student who keep complaining that she can't hear me, she can't hear me. I think it is the network at your end. So the more you keep telling me, madam, I can hear you, keep
Madam, please, I can't hear you.
you keep disturbing your colleagues. Okay? If you can hear me, so please stop doing that. I think it's the network at your end. Okay? Good. So if someone asks a question, are you all there? That playing football in the field and then playing football on the field, which is the right to use? So the right to use is what? Playing football in the field. Now, these prepositions, like I told you the last time, based on the context
Madam.
in which you want
Madam.
to use them,
Madam.
someone can say that what? I am in the
Yes,
house.
madam.
I am at the house. Vignon
Ali
answer.
Madam.
Yes, I told you if you have a question, just lift up your hand. If you don't lift up your hand,
Sorry. Madam, sorry. I'm sorry.
So just raise your hand and then I'll give you the chance to to ask the question. So someone can say that what? I am in the house. I am at the house. They all have what? Different meaning. Do you understand? The person who asks the question. Okay. So I believe we can continue now.
Madam.
Yes.
Madam.
Yes.
Please, I've raised my hand. So, Madam, please, I would like to know what the difference is when a person says, I am playing in the field and I am playing on the field. Please, can you tell us the difference?
The difference between?
Madam.
One after the other.
Playing on the field and playing in the field.
Hello?
Please, we would like to know the contrast between them. Madam.
Between?
Madam.
Yes. Justin, talk, I'm listening.
Between playing on the field and playing in the field. Please, I would like to know the difference between them.
Okay. Now, playing in the field, it means that the person is right there performing the action. Can you hear me?
Yes, madam, I can hear you.
Good. Now, when the person says playing on the field, the person may use that playing on the field based on what? The meaning that he or she is trying to convey. So if it says that what playing on the field, then probably the action has taken place and then the person probably is not on the field. Is it okay? Hello? All right, now, Vigno, answer. What is your question?
Yeah, madam.
Madam.
Yes.
Please, the question that the guy asked, the difference between playing in the field and on the field. Why would it be in? Because like in making a sentence like playing in the field, it's like playing inside like something, and then on the field.
Now, why do we also say she is in the house and she's at the house? Can you give me the difference between that? Answer. I'm in the house and I'm at the house.
Madam. Both of them like they are used, but like I get that one, but the sentence, that one, so playing in the field, that
if
one.
you are able to give me the meaning of this one, then you'll be in the position to understand the other one.
Okay.
So if you say you are in the house, what does it mean?
Someone is inside the house, maybe sleeping or doing something inside the house.
It means you live there permanently. Now, at the house means what? Probably that's not where you live. You probably just visit there. Okay?
Hey, English.
All right, so let's continue with the third point. Now, the third point is what? The present, those making noise, please keep quiet. The present perfect tense and how it is used. The present perfect tense and how it is used. Those making noise, can you mute your device? Now, the present perfect tense is a verb form Can you please mute yourselves? Okay. Now, the present perfect tense is the third aspect that we'll look at under the present tense, which is one of the aspects of what? Tenses. So the present perfect tense is the third aspect that we'll be looking at under the present tense. Now, what is the present perfect tense? The present perfect tense is a verb tense which is used to show that an action has taken place once or many times before now. The present perfect tense is a verb tense which is used to show that an action has taken place once or many times before now. The second point, the present tense expresses completion or perfection of an action. The present perfect tense shows the completion or perfection of an action. And then the last point is it is formed by using has or have plus the past participle form. Now, the present perfect tense here tells us that what? The action which has taken place has been what? Perfected. Or it tells us that what? The action which has taken place is what? Completed by the performer. All right? Good. Now, how is the present perfect tense formed? How do we form the present perfect tense? You can form the present perfect tense by adding or by using what? Has or have plus what? The past participle form of the verb plus the past participle form of the verb. Now let's look at the following examples below. The first example there is what? You have seen that movie many times. You have seen that movie many times. Now, what is the meaning of this sentence? You have seen that movie many times. It means that what? The action that the subject has what? Performed has what? Taken place already. The action has taken place already and it has been what? Perfected or completed by the subject. This action is not yet to take place or neither would it take place in the future. The action has been completed by the subject. So you have seen that movie many times. It means that the person has seen the movie several times in the past and it has been what? Perfected. Is it clear? Now, I want someone to read the second example for us. Justin, if you are there, read the second example for us. Justin.
Madam.
Yes,
Okay.
read.
All right. Have you read the book yet?
Again.
Have you read the book yet?
Very good. Have you read the book yet? So, have you read the book yet? Now, this is what? A question that is what? Being asked. Okay? Have you read the book yet? And you can see, we can say that what? Have you read the book yet? It is what? Have you read the book yet? And you can see the have moving with the past participle form of the verb, which is what? Read. The third example, Rosemont Mama. Rosemont Mama, read the third sentence for us. Okay. Bansa Maunyo. Bansa Maunyo, if you can hear me, please read the third example for us, the third sentence for us.
There have been.
Please unmute yourself and then read the sentence for us.
There have been many earthquakes in India.
There have been. That word is not there. There. No, it is what? There. There. So, Bansa, please take note of that. There have been many earthquakes in India. There have been many earthquakes in India. So it means that this sentence is telling us that what? The earthquakes which have taken place in India have been what? The action that has taken place have been what? Perfected. It means what? The action is complete. Is it clear? Good.
Yes, madam.
Now, before we proceed, I want one person to give us a sentence. Afuglan Richard. Afuglan Richard. Give us a sentence and identify the verb form that is in the present perfect tense for us. Afugla, are you ready? Okay, Afugla, can you hear me? Okay. I think Afugla is not ready. Let's look at this example whilst Afugla gets his example for us. This is what? A conversation between what? Dennis and Marvin. Dennis and Marvin. I want Rosemont. Are you there?
Yes, madam.
Rosemont, you read the part of what? Dennis, and then Agboche Cindy should read that of what? Marvin for us.
Okay, Dennis. Have there even been a war in Ghana?
Please look on the screen and then read what is there for us.
Madam,
Yes.
has there ever been a war in Ghana?
Yes, there has been a war in Ghana.
Again.
Yes, there has been a war in Ghana.
No, Rosemond.
Madam,
Yes.
has there even, has there ever been a war in Ghana?
Yes, there has been a war in Ghana.
Sorry.
Madam, please, I can't hear who is talking.
Okay. Has there ever been a war in Ghana? Yes, there has been a war in Ghana. So let's analyze the sentence. Has there ever been a war in Ghana? So Dennis is asking or asks the question, has there ever been a war in Ghana? This is a question he's asking Marvin. So if there has ever been a war in Ghana, then Marvin would reply Dennis that yes, there has been a war in Ghana. But if there has not been any war in Ghana, then the answer will not be an affirmative answer. It will be what? A different answer. Right? So with this, we are done with Evarista. Evarista, can you hear me now?
And I'm not the one complaining.
Okay, who is that?
So A16 plus.
Yo. The person should note that
Madam, I can't hear anything.
his or her network is, if you can't hear me, then probably it is your network. So you just relocate yourself and then what? You probably hear again, okay? All right. So with this, we have looked at what? The simple present tense, the present progressive
Madam.
continuous tense, and
Madam.
we've also looked at the present perfect tense. And now we'll look at what?
Madam.
Yes. So the last one that we'll be looking at is the present perfect continuous tense and how it is used. The present perfect continuous tense and how it is used. Now, before we proceed with this, I want someone to tell me, or the person should arrange the aspects of what? The first aspect of what tenses that we started for us. And Agocha Cindy, is she on the line?
Yes, madam.
Very good. Tell us what we've done so far under tenses. I arrange it for us, arrange them for us, and then we proceed with the fourth aspect of what? Tenses under the present tense.
Okay.
Agocha Cindy, we are listening. We are waiting.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Under the present tense, we learned that we learned that we should use for a planned action or series of actions.
Okay, Cindy.
And then, for instance,
now can you give me the aspects under the present tense? What are the aspects that we have under the present tense?
Okay, madam. Madam, one is
the first one is the simple present tense. So I've given you one, so continue.
Okay, we have past tense.
No.
Present.
Agbocha Cindy.
Present continuous tense.
Okay.
And then we have present continuous tense. We also have the future time or future tense.
You're just mixing everything up for us. All right. Who can tell? All right. Let me repeat this. Okay. Those of you writing, those who want to write, listen. Then you write. Now, what we are doing is what tenses, and I told you that what under tenses, we are looking at what three aspects under tenses. Do you have that? Students, do you all
yes,
have
madam.
that? Very good. So we say we have three aspects under what tenses, and these three aspects are what? The present tense, and then the second aspect is what? The past tense, and then the third aspect is what? The future time or tense. Do you have that? So you need to what? Arrange them this way. Otherwise, you will not understand anything. Now, under the present tense, I told you that, so you, after writing the first one, which is the present tense, the second one, which is the past tense, and the third one, which is the future time or tense, now you now come and write the first one, which is what? The present tense. Now, under the present tense, you write this. The simple present tense. We look at what? The simple present tense. Agbocha Cindy, are you listening?
Yes, madam.
Very good. The simple present tense. The second one is the present progressive continuous tense. And then the third one, the present perfect tense. And then the fourth one, which we are yet to do, which is what? The present perfect continuous tense. Is it understood?
Okay.
Do you
yes,
all get
madam.
it? Students,
Yes, madam.
Very good. So I believe you're all getting it.
Madam.
Yes. So any question before we proceed with the fourth aspect under the present tense?
No.
Good. So you should bear in mind that what? We have what? The present tense, and under the present tense, we have four things that we need to look at. That is what? The simple present tense. So when you hear of what present tense, you don't just take it that what an action that is what taking place now and that ends it. No. The present tense covers what? Four aspects. That is what? The simple present tense, the present progressive or continuous tense, the present perfect tense, and then the last one is what? The present perfect continuous tense. So anytime you hear of what? Present tense, these things should come into what? Your mind. Is it okay? Good. So let's.
I can't hear you.
Hey, yo. Now let's look at the fourth point. The fourth thing that we'll look at under the present tense. That is what? The present perfect continuous tense and how it is used. The present perfect continuous tense and how it is used. Good. Now, what is the present perfect continuous tense? Yes. All right. The present perfect continuous tense is also known as the present perfect progressive tense. The present perfect continuous tense is also known as the present perfect progressive tense. Now let's look at point 2. It shows that something happened in the past and is continuing at the present times. The present time, sorry. It shows that something happened in the past and is continuing at the present time. The present perfect continues. Now let's analyze this. The present, the action or the verb is in the present perfect. It is in the present, it has been what? Perfected. And it is still what? And it still continues. Okay, the action has been perfected in the past and it's still what? On, or it's still continuing. Okay, that's the meaning of the second one. It's what? It shows that something happened in the past and is continuing at the present time. And the last one is, it is formed by using has. Now, how do we form this present perfect continuous tense? It is formed by using has or have been. So you can use it with what? Has or have been plus the present participle form of the verb. All right, any question before we proceed? Good. So this is what? The present perfect continuous tense. The present perfect continuous tense. The action has been perfected and it's still continuing at the present time. Good. Let's look at the examples below. Yes.
I raised my hand, but you didn't answer, so.
Sorry, I didn't see your hand.
Okay, I wanted to ask that for the perfect continuous tense, if you want to give a sentence in the third person narrative, which is they, will you say they has been? It will tend to have, right?
No. If you say
so you say Will you say there has been, since that's wrong?
Yes. So you said that.
It's in the aspect of present perfect continuous tense. And the sentence is formed by adding has or have been.
Now, listen, Perpetua. What the third point here means?
Madam.
Yes. Are you done with your question?
Yes, yes, yes.
Very good. Now, the third point here is telling us what it is formed by using has or have. So it means that you can use what? Has or have. And you must make sure that there is what? An agreement here between the verb and then what? The helping verb and then the main verb. Between the subject.
Does that mean that does that mean that the only thing that separates them is, you said before you didn't add been? That's the present continuous.
Yes.
Does it mean that if you add been to it, that means it's no longer a present continuous, it becomes a perfect continuous tense?
Yes.
Present.
So it means that what?
Wait. Okay.
Okay, continue. I'm listening.
That's all.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. Now, what we are saying about this present perfect continuous tense is what? The action has what? Been perfected. Now, if we say something is perfect, do you understand? It means
yes.
It is what? Complete. All right. So it means that what? Yes. The action that has taken place is what? Perfected, or it is what? Completed. And they are telling us that what? It continues again. So the action is completed and it's still, it will still continue in what? In the present time. Now let's look at these examples. Now the question you asked that they has, we can say that they has been. No. If you said they has been, then it means that there is no agreement here. There's no subject verb agreement here. There's no concord here. Right? Because they here is what? Plural. And it ought to agree with what? A plural what? Verb. So you can only say what they have been. Is it clear, Perpetua?
Yes, madam.
Very good. Now let's look at these examples. Example 1. I have not been feeling well lately. I have not been feeling well lately. Now, can you explain that? Perpetua, are you there? Good. Now, what do you understand by, how do you understand this sentence, the first sentence? I've not been feeling well lately.
Okay, that means it's happening like that very moment.
Pardon?
It's taking place that very moment.
Okay, so I
Hello,
have not,
madam.
Yes.
I said that.
Yes.
That means it's still like in action. It's happening.
Now, what the person is saying here is what? I have not been feeling well. Now, let's look at this. I have not been feeling well. So it means that what? In the past, I have not been well. And in the present time, I am still sick. Do you understand?
Yes.
It means that in the past, the person has not been feeling well. And still in the present time, is not what? Feeling well. So this sentence here shows or explains the present perfect continuous tense. So the action has happened in the past and is still continuing at the present time. I have not been feeling well. Is it clear, students?
Yes, madam.
Not only Perpetual, all of us. Is it clear?
Yes, madam.
Very good.
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Justin, read the second sentence for us.
Yes, madam.
I think we have actually Justin also on this line. I'm talking of Justin Jamesi. After that, actually Justin would explain the sentence for us. Mm-hmm. Justin, are you on the line? Justin Jamesi, are you on the line? Okay. Actually, Justin, are you there?
Yes, madam. Madam.
Actually, Justin, can you please read this sentence for us? The second sentence.
Okay. Justin has been competing in flute competition recently.
Again.
Justin has been competing in flute competitions recently.
All right. Now, Dennis, roll. Agbobli, are you here? Are you on the line?
Yes, madam.
Dennis.
Yes, madam.
Very good. Can you read the sentence for us?
Which one? The first one or second one?
The second one.
Justin has been competing in Dennis, we are listening to you. Now, Dennis, this word is not been, it's what? Been. Okay? Yes, madam.
Okay, now read the whole sentence for us.
Justin has been competing in
flute
competitions recently.
Very good. Now, what is the meaning of this sentence? Dennis, can you please tell us? Dennis. Justin has been competing in flute competitions recently. What is the meaning of this sentence? Dennis.
It means that Justin didn't
Now, were you in class when we explained the first example? I have not been feeling.
No, I was not in class.
Okay, Dennis, I would explain the first one, then you explain the second one for us, okay? Okay,
Yes,
Dennis,
madam.
the first example is I have not been feeling well lately. And the explanation we gave for this was I have not been feeling well lately. This means that in the past, I have not been well. And now I am still sick. So it means that what the action has taken place in the past and it is continuing in the present time. Is it clear, Dennis?
Yes, madam.
Very good. Now, Dennis, explain the second example for us.
The second example means that Justin played the flute in the past, but he's still continuing
Very
playing
good. That is
the flute.
excellent. Very good. You have done well, Dennis. All right. So this sentence tells us that Justin has been competing in flute competitions recently. Means that in the past, Justin performed the action, and in the present time, it is still what? Continuing. It's still doing that. Is it clear, students? Very good. So with this, we have come to the end of what? The lesson on the first aspect of tenses. That is, the first aspect is what? The present tense. Don't forget this. All that we have done were on what? The present tense. Right? And I told you that, look on your screen. I told you that what there are three aspects of tenses. The first one is the present tense, the second one is the past tense, and the third one is the future time. So we have so far looked at the first aspect. That is what? The present tense. And under the present tense, we look at what? The simple present tense. That is number one. Number two, we look at the present continuous or progressive tense, or the present participle. And then the third one is the present perfect tense and how it is used. And then the last thing that we look at under the present tense is what? The present perfect continuous tense. So with this, we are done with what? The present tense. So now we'll continue with the what? The second aspect of tense. That is what? Who can tell me the second aspect of tense? Gentum. Gentum, are you there? Said them.
Madam, yes, please.
Very good. What is the second aspect of
Madam.
tense that will be looking that we have?
The past tense.
The
past tense.
Very good. So what is the first tense? The first aspect? Gentum, you
Madam, please, I can't see it.
It's on the screen.
Yes. I'm only having the aspects of tenses.
Yes, so I'm asking you a question on the aspect of tenses. I told you we have three aspects of tenses. So the first aspect is what?
Yes, the second one is...
What is the first one?
The present tense.
And the second one?
The first one is present tense.
And the second one
past
is?
Tense.
And the third one? What is the third one? The future time.
One is the future time.
Very good.
The future time or tense.
Very good. So with So we are done with the present tense. So now the next thing for us to do is what? The past tense. All right? Good. So now, what are we looking at under the past tense? Now, under the past tense, we'll look at what? 4 things under the past tense. Under the past tense, we have the first one is what? Which is what? The simple past tense. The simple past tense. Now, Dennis, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Dennis, Agbobli. Dennis? Okay, Pearl, Alote, are you there? Pearl.
Yes, madam.
Very good. What is the first thing that we are looking at under the past tense?
Madam, please, the simple past tense.
Very good. Nolin Bena. Nolin Bena, are you there?
Madam, I'm here.
Very good. What is the second thing that we'll be looking at under the past tense? Nolin. Nolin, please look on the screen and then tell us.
Madam, the things are not on my screen, they are not showing.
Oh, okay. Then I think it's your network. Sorry about that. All right. So we'll look at what?
Yeah.
Under the past tense, we'll look at what? The simple past tense, the past continuous tense. The third one is what? The past perfect continuous tense. And then the last one is the past perfect tense. All right. So these are the things that we'll be looking at under the past tense, right? Now let's take the first aspect under the past tense, which is what? The simple past tense. The simple past tense. And we'll look at this and how it is used. Now, the simple past tense is normally used to tell of a known time which is stated. It is used to tell us of a known time which is stated. Now with the past tense, you know the time the action has taken place. All right. So if it is was yesterday, you know it. If it is this morning, you'll be aware. If it is last week, you'll be what? Aware. Now let's look at the following example. Example 1. He met me yesterday. He met me yesterday. When did he meet me? Yesterday. So it means that what?
Yesterday.
Very good. So it means that the time stated here is what? Yesterday. And then the action has taken place what? At a time that is what? Known to us. He met me yesterday. What time did he meet me? He met me yesterday. Example 2. He learned economics at school. He learned economics at school. What did he learn at school? Economics. All right. He learned economics at school. So you can see the verb in these two sentences telling us that what the action has taken place in the simple past. The action has taken place in the simple past. Now let's look at the second way by which the simple past tense can be used. The second way is it is also used for a past action whose time is not stated. Whose time is not stated. Sorry, whose time is not stated. That occupied of.
Madam, please, I can't hear you.
Okay. Okay. It is also used for a past action whose time is not stated, but which, so sorry, there's a mistake here. You put which here, but which occupied a period of time. At occupied a period of time. So the time is not stated, but what? It occupied what? The period that the action has what? Occupied, it will be given to us. Now let's look at the following examples. Example 1. Marvin worked in that bank for years. Marvin worked in that bank for years. Now, what is the meaning of this? We said that what? The simple past tense is used for actions whose time is not stated, but which occupied a period of time. But the action that occupied a period of time is given to us. Okay. So we can see that Marvin worked in that bank. So the period in which the action has taken place, which is what? For years, that is the only knowledge that we have here. And it's also telling us that what
Madam, please, I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now? All right, so let's look at the second example. My brother once saw the president. My brother once saw the president. So it means that my brother didn't see the president, or he couldn't see the president now. The action has not taken place now, but what? It took place what? Already. And the time that he saw the president is what? Once. The exact time is not given to us. The third example is, did you ever hear Rosamond pray? Did you ever hear Rosamond pray? So it means that the time that Rosamond was seen was not given to us. Let's look at the third point. The simple past tense is used for past habits. Like what? We can use it. Hello, students, are you there?
Yes, madam.
So it is used for past habits with adverbs. You can use them with what? Adverbs like what? Always, often, never. So let's look at these examples. Chika always carried an umbrella. Chika always carried an umbrella. So this is what? A past habit, and you can see it being used with what? The adverb. Now you hear people saying that what? Chika always carries. So that sentence is wrong. With the right way to say it was Chika always carried an umbrella. So this is telling us that what? Oh, okay. Okay. And then the last example that we look at is he never drank wine. He never drank wine. All right. I think our time is up. All right.